Children, parents and carers have had to make many changes and sacrifices lately due to coronavirus. With the loss of school and other normal routines, supporting a child with additional support needs is likely to be more demanding, and this may feel overwhelming. These changes may have resulted in children and young people displaying some behaviours that can be challenging. This is bound to have an impact on how you, your child and the rest of the family cope. Although it's likely that these behaviours will decrease again with a return to normal routines, some information about what the behaviours may mean and how to reduce them may be helpful.
Children and young people with additional support needs, some of whom struggle to use language, use different ways of communicating when something is wrong. This is when we might start to see behaviours which can be challenging to deal with, such as hitting out, head banging, rocking or spitting. Sometimes it's easy to identify what's led to the behaviour, other times it can feel like it's just come out of the blue. But it's important to remember that behaviour is communication and it all happens for a reason. Here are some of the things to consider when trying to work out the reason for the behaviours. Physical health. Are there physical symptoms impacting upon your child? Are they unwell or in pain? Do they have toothache or are they hungry or tired? The environment. Children and young people with additional support needs often find it hard to filter out any unnecessary information. Is there anything in the environment having an impact? Is it too bright, too noisy, or is it too busy? Triggers. Are there common triggers that you know that set off the challenging behaviour or make it more likely? It's also useful to think about the functions of the behaviour. What purpose does the behaviour serve for your child or young person? Is your child looking for attention? For example, is hitting or grabbing a way to gain social attention? Is your child behaving in this way to get something tangible, such as food or something they want or a toy? Is your child trying to avoid or escape something that they don't want to do or don't like an activity or a group or a noisy room? Or is your child's behaviour an attempt to meet a sensory need? For example, are they bored and are they rocking or headbanging as a way of getting sensory feedback? Whilst behaviour can often be stripped back to these four things, one behaviour such as hitting may be used by a child or young person to mean 2 or 3 different things. The key is to work out what behaviour might mean at different times.
So what can you do? Some of the following tips can help to reduce the frequency or intensity of the behaviour and help your child learn more appropriate ways of communicating. Try to create a daily routine that includes familiar and favourite activities to help your child feel more safe and secure. See if you can find other more appropriate things to replace or reduce the behaviour. For example, if your child is headbanging for sensory feedback, try and build in some time on the trampoline. Use visual timetables to communicate and help your child to understand the routine so that they know what to expect. Provide choice where possible to help your child to feel in control. Let them choose where you do something, for example. Reduce demands and expectations they find too difficult. It's okay to pick your battles. It's a time of crisis and many children may need more support than normal at the moment. That's okay. Praise and reward positive behaviour. You know best what your child will find motivating.
If behaviour becomes more challenging to support, try the following. Try to stay as calm as possible, use a low voice and relaxed body language. We do know, however, that this isn't always possible. Divert your child's attention onto something different or distract them with something else, such as a preferred activity. Give your child what they're asking for if you can and if it's appropriate. This can help to prevent a situation from escalating or diffuse a situation until you're all able to calm down. Keep language simple and use positive language. The more language we use, the more frustrated and upset children often can become. Give your child some space and time to calm and relax and maybe withdraw from the situation as long as it's safe to do so. Use body signs and gesture. After an incident, have a think about what happened before, during and after. This can help you to work out why it might have happened and give you some ideas for how you might prevent it from happening again. Finally, don't forget to look after yourself. Being at home for such a long time is really hard, and challenging behaviour makes it even harder. Responding in some of the ways we have talked about is not easy. You might feel very frustrated and upset about the behaviours you're facing, and that's okay. Talk about it with anyone who will listen and understand. It's important that, if possible, you plan breaks for yourself and stay connected with others. Above all, remember that this is a very challenging time for everyone. The school and the Family Centre are making lots of plans to get all the pupils back to school in August. A return to some normal routines will help all children and young people.